Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, people. My name is Avanta Anthony from Talk Football. You can call me Anthony for short. This is going to be my first video for the Talk Football YouTube channel, and I hope you enjoy the content that I'm going to bring across to you guys. I'm going to be covering like the transfer news, any hot topics that they're going to be speaking of right now, and things like I'll be covering on the Big Six, maybe match reviews on the Premier League side of things, because I am a massive Chelsea fan. However, I'm going to be very unbiased in my opinions and on my reviews. Try to be as fair as possible to all the Big Six clubs. However, not only going to be covering the Big Six, I'll be trying to cover Leicester City as well. I think they have earned the right to be in that bracket as well. So I'll be covering a hot topic that was in everybody's mouth after Chelsea winning the title, the Champions League title a couple of weeks ago. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do enjoy, please give me a like, a comment below, and please subscribe as well. Let's dive into it straight away. Right. So I'm gonna be talking about what is London. Is London red, whether London is blue, or any other color? So for me to look at it a lot more objectively, I looked at both clubs and I looked at it with in 5 different segments. So for me to understand or give you guys my verdict of it, or just to let you guys know what I think of it. Basically, you might agree, you might disagree. I would love to know, so I would love to see your comments down below as well. So basically, the 5 groups of things that I looked into is the number of trophies won, the head-to-head between the two clubs, the social media and the fan aspect of both clubs, the current valuations of the clubs, and then the players linked with the clubs. Because I wanted to include the players linked with the clubs because players do tend to come to clubs that are very successful, that has a clear plan, and who wants to win things more, or what sort of project excites them a lot more. So my whole idea about it has to be a part of this conversation. So let's straight away walk into the first one, which is trophies. So yes, Arsenal has been massively successful in the domestic competitions in their 100-year-old career, like 100-year-old history of the club. Even though Chelsea have been massively successful within the last 15 years, compared to Arsenal's history, it's very difficult for Chelsea to come even close to Arsenal. However, in European competitions, yes, Chelsea has been massively successful. So just to give you a little bit of an idea, Arsenal have 13 league titles and 14 FA Cups, whereas Chelsea has 5 league titles, 8 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, 2 Champions Leagues and 2 Europa Leagues. So on the domestic front, it's very difficult for Chelsea to compete. So that has a massive weight in Arsenal fans or people who are involved with Arsenal claiming Arsenal, so that claiming that London is red. So yes, I am not one of these people who say yes, 1 Champions League is equal to 5 league titles or 2 league titles or 4 FA Cups. No, 1 trophy is equal to 1 trophy, and that's it, because you do not have to be the best in your league to win the Champions League. So there are many factors in order for you to win the Champions League. So I'm not one of those types of people, so I count it as 1. So that's I think that's the end of it. So I think Chelsea needs to win a little bit more to either to be on par with Arsenal or to go above and beyond Arsenal. So on the trophy front, I would put, yes, Arsenal is ahead of Chelsea even with the Champions League win. So yes, then I would like to come into the head-to-heads. So Arsenal and Chelsea have been massive rivals in their history. So within their history, Arsenal and Chelsea have faced off each other 168 times in the league, and Arsenal have won 65 of them, whereas Chelsea has won 53 of them. And overall, in all competitions, Arsenal and Chelsea have faced off each other 203 times, where Arsenal have won 79 of them and Chelsea has won 65 of them. So I believe in order for you to be completely dominant, or to be called, yes, London is blue or London is red, you have to be clear of these two as well. So yes, in this instance, I would give that a win to Arsenal. However, in the recent past, yes, Chelsea have been massively successful when it comes to the trophies, when it comes to the wins, and many factors. So we cannot credit it saying, yes, because of these few factors, that London is blue or London is red, because it's not going to work out, right? Because some people would say London is red because they have been very successful over 100 years. However, some people will say, yep, that is only history, but the recent history is what matters. And yes, Chelsea wins in the recent history front. That's why I wanted to dive into it a little bit more with the fan element, the social media following, because that's a massive thing right now, and the club valuations and the transfer of players, or players who are linked to the club as well. So that makes a massive difference, I would say. So when we come to the social media following, Arsenal currently have in Facebook about 37 million followers, and in Instagram about 19 million followers. But overall, when you take in YouTube, Twitter, and all those kinds of things, Arsenal has about 75.9 million followers. However, that doesn't mean that they only have 75 million fans. Arsenal as a club is a massive club with a massive fan base. So I believe Arsenal have a lot more fans than the 75 million altogether. However, fans in social media, or followers in social media, they become more if your club is massively successful within a short period of time, or in this day and age. So yes, if you look at it, Chelsea has 49 million followers on Facebook. Instagram, they have 27 million followers on Instagram, and then a total of 93.4 million in all social media followers, like YouTube or Twitter, and everything combined. So as I said, if you are a winning club, if you're a successful club, more people will know about it, because the TV channels will say, yep, the Champions League winners Chelsea, or the league title winners Chelsea. So many people start following them on Instagram. But as a global fan base, with the history of Arsenal and all of these things, I think Arsenal had a massive fan base compared to Chelsea. But I think right now that fan base is nearing Arsenal's fan base, or on par. So I would put that into context as well. So that's just how I feel about it. And on to my last point, which is the current valuation of the clubs, which I believe would also give you a better idea. So the social media following and that fan aspect, I did take it from Goal. I'll leave the link in the description down below, so you guys can check it out as well. So you know that I'm bringing my facts from reputable sources. And for even the valuation of the clubs, I've taken it from Forbes straight away. I'll put those links in the description below as well, so that you guys know that it is a reputable source. And Forbes is the biggest, and they're very reputable, and they know exactly what they're talking about. So Arsenal's current valuation is 2.8 billion, and Chelsea's current valuation is 3.2 billion. So that is down to the running of the club, the ambitions of the club, what have they won recently, and many things of that sort. I believe these valuations will change if Arsenal start winning something, or is run better as a club, and their fans start supporting them with the buying of their merchandise. Once they start become becoming a winning club. So this would change massively going forward. However, there is no evidence to show that yes, they are a winning club right now, or they are a massive they are investing massively into their transfers or anything, which brings us into the next segue, which are the players linked with the club. Arsenal are linked with players like Ben White, Emi Buendia, even though he wasn't their first choice. However, they did lose that battle to Aston Villa, who has that ability, who has that ambition, who has that project, and and then other players like Ruben Neves and so on and so forth. Because players like Emi Buendia, one of the main reasons for them to turn Arsenal down was that the project didn't make sense to them. They didn't see anything happening, and maybe Arteta was a problem because Arteta isn't an experienced manager. In saying that, I believe Arteta might become a very good manager in the future. However, right now there is no proof to say that. And when you look at Chelsea has a young squad. They're linked to players like Lukaku, Erling Haaland, Marco Verratti, Hakimi, and players of that high caliber, very, very high caliber players, and they're worth over 60, 70, even 150 million pounds. So there is a massive gap between the two clubs when it comes to even transfers, and players like even Erling Haaland are keen to join Chelsea. Lukaku, even though he's happy at Inter, he's keen to join Chelsea. Hakimi wants to join Chelsea. I believe even if there is a chance given to Verratti and you ask Verratti, he would be open to joining Chelsea. And yes, so this all comes down to how the club is run, how is their project structured, plus the manager that they have, especially in Thomas Tuchel, who is a very, very good manager, and he is very tactically brilliant. He knows what he's doing, and he coaches the best out of players. So yeah, so there are many aspects to it as well. However, in my opinion, we do need to sit down with this topic in after 5 years or so, because I believe it would be enough for either club to either pull away or either catch up. So it would be enough for Chelsea to catch up Arsenal, or either Arsenal to pull away if they start doing things right. So yeah, I hope I'm making sense to all of you guys. I hope you guys like my video. So if you do, please, as I said before, please do subscribe and hit the bell notification. Plus, give me a like, and I would love to see some comments from you guys. So which comes down to my conclusion. The answer to the question: what color is London? Is London red or is London blue? I would say London was red, but I'm not gonna say London is blue now. I think London was red, however there has been blue starting to mix into that red. So I believe London right now is actually purple. When you start mixing more blue into that purple, it will eventually start to dominate and become blue completely, if Arsenal don't pull up their socks and do what needs to be done to make their club great again, because it is a massive club. It's a great club. It has been one of the most successful clubs. I would say they're the third most successful club in England, and it is what it is with them right now. And it's sad to see that it's been mismanaged and taken apart like that. So yes, in my humble opinion and in the way I see it, I think London is currently purple. So if in 5 years anything can happen, many things can happen. I would say in 5 years, if we sit down, we would have a definite answer whether London is red or London is blue. Right now, until the next 5 years, London is purple. If you guys like this video, please hit a like and leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. See you guys soon. Hopefully I would bring up another video on the transfers or whatever transfers that has happened and happening with the Big Six. And hope to see you guys shortly with a new video. Thank you. Goodbye.